Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of athletic legends. Today, we're going to explore the captivating story of Lev Yashin, the Soviet football goalkeeper widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time. The year 1929 marked a significant period in Russian history, with Joseph Stalin's policies dominating the landscape. It was amidst this tumultuous backdrop that Lev Yashin took his first breath, in a small Moscow apartment where the sounds of hammering on metal and the hum of textile machinery filled the air. His father, Ivan Petrovich Yashin, worked as a metalworker, toiling in the factories that lined the Moscow River, while his mother, Anastasia Alexeyevna, toiled as a textile worker, her fingers moving deftly as she wove the fabric of Soviet industry. The family's modest means and Yashin's early life were characterized by austerity, yet this humble beginning would lay the foundation for his future resilience. Yashin's childhood was marked by an intense curiosity and an unquenchable thirst for adventure. As a young boy, he would often explore the Moscow streets, playing makeshift games with his friends, using makeshift balls crafted from rags and paper. This rudimentary yet vibrant introduction to football sparked a flame that would burn brightly throughout his life. The Soviet Union's emphasis on sports as a means of promoting physical education and national pride also played a significant role in nurturing Yashin's early interest in the sport. As he navigated the streets, Yashin would often pause to watch the older boys play, mesmerized by their skill and coordination. He was especially drawn to the goalkeepers, who seemed to possess an otherworldly ability to anticipate and react to the ball. As Yashin navigated his formative years, he found himself drawn to the goalkeeper position, an unusual choice for a young boy at that time. Goalkeepers were often seen as secondary to outfield players, but Yashin was captivated by the unique blend of physicality and mental focus required to excel in this role. His early experiments with goalkeeping were conducted in makeshift nets, fashioned from old sheets and wooden frames, in the courtyard of his apartment building. These informal sessions, often under the watchful eye of his father, would become the crucible in which Yashin's skills were forged. Ivan Petrovich, a sturdy man with a kind face, would offer words of encouragement as Yashin practiced his dives and catches, his voice echoing off the concrete walls. The historical context of Yashin's early life cannot be overstated. The Soviet Union's post-war era was marked by a renewed emphasis on sports as a tool for national unity and international prestige. Football, or soccer as it's known in some parts of the world, became an integral part of this effort, with the Soviet national team seeking to make a statement on the global stage. Yashin's ascent would eventually coincide with this push, but during his childhood, he was more concerned with the simple joys of playing the game than with its geopolitical implications. As he grew older, however, Yashin began to realize that his passion for football was not just a personal indulgence, but also a way to contribute to the greater good of the Soviet Union. His parents, though not athletes themselves, encouraged his sporting endeavors, recognizing the value of physical activity in a young boy's development. This support, combined with Yashin's innate talent and an insatiable work ethic, laid the groundwork for what would become an extraordinary career. Anastasia Alexeyevna, a woman of quiet strength and determination, would often sew makeshift footballs for her son, using scraps of fabric and string to create a ball that would withstand the rigors of play. Ivan Petrovich, meanwhile, would take Yashin to watch the local teams play, pointing out the tactics and strategies that made them successful. The Moscow of Yashin's youth was a city of stark contrasts. Grandiose monuments to Soviet power stood alongside humble, war-damaged neighborhoods. It was within this complex tapestry that Yashin grew, his experiences influenced by the socio-political currents of his time. The young goalkeeper's formative years were not without their challenges, but they instilled in him a sense of purpose and an unwavering commitment to his craft. As he walked through the city streets, Yashin would see the remnants of war, bombed-out buildings, rubble-filled lots, and the occasional tank or artillery piece left behind as a reminder of the conflict that had ravaged the nation. And so, our narrative continues. tracing the steps of a young boy from Moscow who would one day become known as the Black Spider, a moniker that would echo through the annals of football history. The Soviet Union, with its complex web of ideology and identity, provided a unique backdrop for Yashin's journey. His family, with their love and support, played a vital role in shaping his character and fueling his ambitions. And Yashin himself, with his innate talent and unwavering dedication, would go on to become one of the greatest goalkeepers the world has ever known. As Yashin's ascendancy on the pitch continued to mesmerize, his name became synonymous with an unyielding passion for the sport and an unwavering commitment to excellence. The year 1950 marked a watershed moment in his career as he joined the revered ranks of Dynamo Moscow, one of the Soviet Union's most storied clubs. As he donned the iconic Dynamo Moscow jersey, Yashin's trajectory was forever altered. With over 400 matches played for the club, Yashin's impressive resume would boast 5 Soviet top league titles, 3 Soviet Cups, and a coveted European Cup Winners' Cup. The sheer magnitude of his achievements would earn him widespread recognition, including 4 Soviet Footballer of the Year awards, an honor that would solidify his status as a national treasure. One memorable episode that continues to be etched in the collective memory of football aficionados is the 1963 match against England at the hallowed Wembley Stadium. With the score tantalizingly poised at 1-1 and the clock ticking away with mere minutes left to play, Yashin would conjure a moment of sheer magic, a diving save that would deny the incomparable Bobby Charlton a certain goal. This breathtaking display of agility, reflexes, and unwavering focus would not only secure a hard-fought draw for the Soviet Union, but also earn Yashin a thunderous standing ovation from the packed stadium. Yashin's forays onto the international stage were equally resplendent with glory. His debut for the Soviet national team in 1954 would mark the beginning of a distinguished career, replete with 78 caps, 3 European championships, and 4 World Cups. The crowning jewel of his international exploits would be the 1960 European Championship, where he would play a pivotal role in the Soviet Union's triumphant campaign, culminating in a thrilling 2-1 victory over Yugoslavia in the final. Throughout his storied career, Yashin was revered for his revolutionary playing style, an approach that blended daring innovation with unwavering aggression. As Gavril Kachalin, the venerable Soviet national team coach, once astutely observed, Yashin was more than just a goalkeeper. He was the very heartbeat of our team, always willing to put himself in harm's way to protect our goal. This enduring tribute would serve as a poignant reminder of Yashin's profound influence on the sport, his ability to transcend the mundane and enter the rarefied realm of the truly extraordinary. As Yashin's reputation continued to soar, so did his impact on the world of football. He would become an icon, a role model for countless young goalkeepers around the globe, all seeking to emulate his unique playing style, his dedication to training, and his unwavering commitment to excellence. His influence would extend far beyond the pitch as well, with his charismatic personality, his humility, and his kindness making him a beloved figure in Soviet society, a true national hero. In 1963, Yashin's myriad achievements would be recognized with the award of the Order of Lenin, one of the Soviet Union's highest honors. The incomparable Lev Yashin, a man whose towering presence between the posts continues to cast a long shadow over the world of football, even decades after his retirement. His influence extended far beyond the confines of the pitch, shaping the next generation of Soviet goalkeepers and leaving an indelible mark on the global football community. As he hung up his boots in 1970, Yashin transitioned seamlessly into various coaching and administrative roles within the Soviet football establishment. His expertise proved invaluable as he mentored a new crop of talented goalkeepers, including the likes of Rinat Dasayev and Viktor Chanov. These young protégés would go on to forge their own paths in the sport, but they never forgot the lessons they learned from the great Yashin. His coaching style was characterized by a unique blend of toughness and empathy, pushing his pupils to reach new heights while also offering a supportive ear when needed. The young goalkeeper had been struggling to find his form, and Yashin, sensing his frustration, took him aside for a heart-to-heart talk. "Renat, my friend," he said, "you have the talent, you have the dedication, but most importantly, you have the heart. Don't let doubt creep in. Instead, focus on the process, not just the outcome." Dasayev has often credited Yashin's words of wisdom with helping him regain his footing and go on to become one of the greatest goalkeepers in Soviet history. As the years went by, Yashin's contributions to football were recognized with numerous awards and accolades. In 1988, he was awarded the Order of the Red Banner of Labor, a prestigious honor bestowed upon him for his outstanding service to Soviet sport. The FIFA Order of Merit, which he received in 1994, further cemented his status as a global football icon, revered by fans and players alike for his enduring impact on the sport. Despite struggling with health issues in his final years, Yashin remained a beloved figure in Soviet society, cherished for his humility, kindness, and generosity. His contemporaries, including the legendary striker Eduard Streltsov, often spoke of his unwavering commitment to helping others. Lev was more than just a great goalkeeper. He was a true friend, Streltsov once observed. He had this unique ability to make everyone feel like they were the most important person in the room. His door was always open, and his heart was always willing to lend a listening ear. Yashin's life came to an end on March 20, 1990, when he passed away at the age of 60, following a long battle with stomach cancer. The news sent shockwaves throughout the Soviet Union, as fans and fellow players alike mourned the loss of a true football legend. His funeral was attended by thousands, all of whom came to pay their respects to a man who had given so much to the sport he loved. Today, Lev Yashin is remembered as one of the greatest goalkeepers in the history of football, a pioneer who redefined the position with his daring style and unwavering commitment to excellence. His legacy extends far beyond his on-field accomplishments, however, as he continues to inspire generations of young goalkeepers around the world with his example. His innovative playing style, his leadership qualities, and his unshakable passion for the sport have left an indelible mark on the game, one that continues to inspire and influence players, coaches, and fans alike. Lev Yashin's story serves as a powerful inspiration, encouraging us all to strive for greatness, to push beyond our limits, and to never lose sight of our passion. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell, reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.